like you lost another one.
What's going on YouTube, man? I'm your host, man, Big Money Pal, and this is Big Money Boxing. So, April 10th, man, we got a great fight coming up on Showtime. We got Jaron Ennis versus Sergey Lipinets. Alright, now from my understanding, I believe they should be fighting for the IBO. Now, some people be like, well, the IBO is not one of the four main sanctioned bodies, but however, it's their door, it's their way to getting closer and trying to close in those fights with the top 5, the top 10 guys within the division. You know, the Errol Spencers, the Terrence Crawfords, the Sean Porters, you know what I'm saying, the Keith Thurmans, to close the gaps in on those guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good fight for both of them. A good fight for both of them. Now for Boots, now for Jaron Ennis to fight his first, I believe it's his first former world champion. This is great, and it's his first time being featured on the main event, and that's great. That's great for the young man because he has that talent. He has those abilities. You know what I'm saying? He can be the next pound for pound great. He's only 23 years old, and the way he's looking in his fights, man, he just looks phenomenal. And then for Sergey Lipinets, man, like former world champion, you know what I'm saying? Only has one defeat. Against Mikey Garcia, which is Mikey Garcia going into that fight was 38-30. So, man, and then he was a 3-division world champion. So, I mean, you know, the experience, the team, and the everything else played a part in that fight. So, it is what it is, man. You know, when you fight certain fighters like that with that type of pedigree, necessarily you shouldn't take it as a loss, take it as a learning lesson. Like, man, the better man won, and I just need to go back to the drawing board to figure out really, you know what I'm saying, get back with my team and make myself a more complete, a more better fighter. But to fight Boots, man, that's great. That's great. It's a good fight for both of them. It's a really good fight for both of them, and I can really see this being an exciting fight. So what we gonna talk about today is a pre-assessment, you know what I'm saying, on what the fighters should do or what to look for from the fighters. All right. Now, Showtime call them the keys to the victory. You know what I'm saying? The keys to victory. But what Big Money Pal gonna call them things is the road to success. And we gonna start off with Boots, man. The first thing, the road to success for Boots, man. He needs to box from the outside. Stay rangy because he's clearly the taller opponent. Clearly the taller guy, the longer guy in the fight. So he needs to stay rangy, use his jab, keep his opponent on the outside at bay. Now, as the rounds, you know what I'm saying, going along, he's putting that pressure. He's really, you know what I'm saying, applying that pressure on him. Then he can slowly inch in and close that distance. You know what I'm saying, to really apply that fire, to really apply that pow on goddamn Sergey Lipinets. So the first thing I would like to see for him do, or what we can expect for him to do, you know what I'm saying, is to box and stay long and keep his opponent at bay with the jab, using the jab, moving around left and right, moving laterally, you know what I'm saying, up and down, you know what I'm saying, just very different variations with the speed on the jab and just keeping his opponent at bay, you know what I'm saying. 2, what to expect, I can expect him not getting into a trading war. You know what I'm saying? So what the trading war is, letting Sergey Lipinets close the distance on him too early in a fight because he's the shorter guy. So it will only make sense for him to wants to close the distance. All right, so I can expect him not to doing that, but I can expect him getting close to Sergey Lipinets once he's really dominated, once he's picked up his speed, once he's picked up Sergey Lipinets, his rhythm, his timing. You know what I'm saying? Once he's really just dominating and outboxing him, I can really see him close the distance on him to land those big heavy shots and to capitalize on a potential knockout or potential knockdown or just really getting them hurt. 3, we can just expect Boots to be Boots. So what that simply means is just him just to fight his fight. Don't get into fighting Sergey Lipinets' fight, in which I believe that he has the mental capacity, the mental stability to not do, is to fight his fight. You dig? So, and then with that, we can expect him to be just as offensive as he is defensive. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's a very, very offensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? He uses every punch in the boxing dictionary. Every punch. He used every punch. He has all those punches at his disposal. And he can throw them very well. And not only that, he can switch. You know what I'm saying? So he can go from orthodox to southpaw at a moment's notice. And then in some interviews, he has said that he just switched so naturally he don't even realize he has switched. Now, for some fighters like recent date like Terrence Bud Crawford will switch once he figure out his opponent. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll switch when to take away something from his opponent. I.e., when Terrence Crawford fought Kell Brook, he switched to take away Kell Brook's jab. You know what I'm saying? So he made that adjustment to take away Kell Brook's jab. Now, back to Jaron Boots Ennis. So we can expect him doing little stuff like that, man. Being Boots, being great, being phenomenal. But what I would not like to see from Boots is him being too flashy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him being too flashy. I want to see him box and really lay that pressure, really, you know what I'm saying, really just show his skills. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do that. I don't want to see him being too flashy, because being flashy, that stuff can catch up on you. You know what I'm saying? As you climb up in the ranks with formidable, better opponents. You know what I'm saying? It sells. It's very entertaining. But sometimes it don't work in your best interest, and history has saw that with multiple fighters. You dig? So there's some things that we can expect from Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, what can we see, or what we need to see from Sergey Lipinets is, like I said, he should want to close the distance. Get inside and try to work Jaron Boots in his body. Work his body. Now, because if he stay on the outside, man, more than likely, man, he's going to be getting touched up something decent. And when I mean something decent, I really mean he going to really be getting touched up something decent. So he want to close that distance. But as he's trying to close that distance, he don't need to just move his head or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he needs to throw something to get inside to close that distance. And a lot of fighters, man, when they don't close the distance, when they try to close the distance, they just try to walk in or whatever. No, don't do that. He needs to throw his jab at different variations, different speeds or whatever, and with other combinations to get in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Or when he has picked up his timing, Jaron Boots and his timing and his rhythm, whatever, when he throws sort of shot, slip, roll, and you know what I'm saying, and rip to the body to get in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Or cut the ring off on him and try to get him back up in the corner to really work on the inside of him to apply that pressure. You dig? So that's one of the things that we might see, or he should lean toward to do. All right. Another thing for two, you know what I'm saying? He should want to land his left hook. Arguably, Sergey Lipinets, his left hook is probably his best punch. You know what I'm saying? It's probably his best punch, and he throws with bad intention. He throws all his punches with bad intention, but that punch in particular, he throws with killer instincts. You know what I'm saying? So he won't want to do that, but he can't just be trying to throw the left hook off the bat. You know what I'm saying? He has to incorporate that in certain punch combinations or at certain times. You know what I'm saying? So just throwing it right off the bat, Jaron Boots Ennis, man, I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to either catch it, roll it, or see that, or make that adjustment so he won't be able to throw that hook or land that hook that in the fashion that he's expecting to land it. And three, what he don't need to do. He don't need to do this, because if he do this, he's gonna get whitewashed. He don't need to shell up. All right, he don't need to shell up. The reason why he don't need to shell up because that's for a guy like Jaron Boots Ennis, who's throwing 5, 6, 7 punch combinations and moving and changing the angle on you. He's gonna get around that. He's gonna split that. He's gonna do other stuff, man, to really frustrate him. And he has power, man. So he can potentially hurt him, even with the guard being up. Even with the earmuff guard being up, he can potentially hurt him. So he don't want to do that. Now, going into the fight, you know what I'm saying, Jaron Ennis, he's 26-24. 26 wins, no losses, and 24 knockouts. Sergey Lipinets, he is 16 wins, 1 loss, and 12 knockouts. So both of them has power. You know what I'm saying? Like the ratios is up there. So both of them have knockout power, and both of them can hurt you. But what we need to see is if it goes in a later rounds, because Jaron Ennis, I believe he ain't been past 8 or 7 rounds or something like that, man. He haven't even reached the championship rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure like his condition is up there. But it would really work in Sergey Lipinets, you know what I'm saying, on his better half. It would behoove him to try to force him to those later rounds, to try to get him in those later rounds, try to tire him out. But how you gonna tire him out is working that body, sucking the wind out of him with them body shots, and then doubling him up on top to really try to frustrate and bring Jaron Ennis his mental, his fortitude, to try to bring him down, you know what I'm saying, mentally. Because once he's gone mentally, maybe, you know what I'm saying, like the win and everything else, the will go with that. But Jaron Ennis, he's a hungry dude. And I don't really think that will work on him, but it wouldn't hurt to try. It wouldn't hurt to try because he hasn't touched those waters yet. He haven't dipped his foot in those waters yet in those later rounds. So it will work. It wouldn't be a bad idea to try that. It won't be a bad idea for Sergey Lipinets to try that. But it may or may not work in his favor. You know what I'm saying? It may not work in his favor. So, man, you know, this is a good fight, man. Good fight. Showtime, April 10th. Great fight, man. I really like this fight. And I honestly can't wait to see this fight. I study both of the guys, man. I watch them both. I watch both of the guys, man, and I admire both of the guys. But Jaron Ennis, man, his time is coming. His time is coming. And at this fight, if he performs the way I believe he's going to perform, he's going to put a lot of people on notice, especially if he dominates them in a better fashion than what Mikey Garcia dominated him in. It's going to really put the boxing world on notice that this kid is here to stay. He's here to stay, and he's going to be a future pound-for-pound champion. You know what I'm saying? Now, he may not get those fights with the champions of today at the 147-pound division, at the welterweight division. You know, the Terrence Crawfords, the Errol Spencers, and, you know, those guys, the Sean Porters, the Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Those guys. We may not see that because those guys are 30-plus years old, early 30s, so they either may move up or retire. They either may move up or retire before even Jaron Ennis even get close to fighting them. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's other guys within the division that's upcoming that will be great fights for Jaron Ennis. You know, like the young man Virgil Ortiz, Rashidi Ellis. Those guys, man, can be great fights for somebody as Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? And later on down the line, when they in a prime and they still looking good, still winning, it can be great fights for them boys, man. But ultimately, right now, this fight, April 10th, Sergey Lipinets versus Jaron Ennis on Showtime, is gonna be an outstanding fight. All right, and I'm really happy for the young man Jaron Ennis because he is his first main event. First main event, long overdue. Should have been had it, but you know what I'm saying? Patience and time is patience. So with that being said, you know, certain things happen for a reason, and bam, now we here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking forward to see the young man in other fights, big fights, pay-per-view fights, man, and all that. Now, Sergey Lipinets, man, he's gonna be there to fight. He's gonna be there to really fight, to really test Jaron Ennis. Let's not sleep on a young man. He's gonna really be there to test Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give him his just due as well. Got to give him his just due. He's a formidable opponent for anybody that gets in the ring with him. Can't overlook him whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be there to fight. He's not gonna back down. He's not gonna quit unless it's gonna be a good fight, man. Good fight. Great fight. Great fight. And I'm just happy, you know what I'm saying, that the boxing game, man, is slowly getting better. It's slowly getting better. You know what I'm saying? But there's more future fights to come, better fights to come, man. But right now, this is gonna be a decent one. Now, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Please like, please comment, hit the bell notification to be notified when Big Money Pal, when Big Money Boxing is live, and we coming with you with that, the best breakdown assessments in the boxing game. You did. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you the next time.
Looks like you lost another one.